Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm coming to you to bring you another fun fold card, which I seem to be stuck on doing, and I love them, so I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. I'm just setting up my iPad to make sure that I stay in camera. Sometimes I forget to even look at that, but we're going to try our best, okay? So anyway, before I get started, I just want to get some little business out of the way. I just want to let you know that I do have a Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. And at that group, you can pull off PDFs that I do of every video that I do here. I do on my Facebook Lives in my group. And I have a file section in there. And all the videos I've ever done, I have a PDF for. So, which gives you directions, and a lot of them have pictures with them. Some of them, I didn't start out doing pictures with them, and they don't have pictures. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. If you don't mind, you can hit the share button and share my video. You might have a crafting friend that would like to see it, and I would greatly appreciate that. And let's see here. I do want to tell you about a couple things that's going on with Stampin' Up. And therefore, if you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be that demonstrator for you and help you. You can always get a hold of me through an email at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com. Or you can give me a comment in the comments section of these videos, and I'll get back with you. I do have a November host code, which is right here if you want to screenshot it. If you do want to place an order at my online store, ritaholmes.stampinup.net, I would greatly appreciate it. We have a couple things going on this month, and one of the big things, if you join Stampin' Up right now, it's only $75. You get $125 worth of merchandise. Now, this is for people that want to be a hobbyist or run a business. Either way, you can pick what you want to do. There is a quarterly minimum that you have to meet either way, but you do get a discount on all of your stuff. So if you would be interested in that, let me know. I'd love for you to join my team that I'm trying to build, and which I do have team members, but it's always nice to grow that business also. So just let me know if you are interested in that. Now, the big thing we have going on from November 16th to the 18th, we're going to be having a seasonal sale. And on that seasonal sale, you're going to get 10% off of all cardstock, but the bundles, the cardstock that's bundled together. 15% off of ink pads. That excludes the ink pad bundles. But you get 15% off all the Stampin' Up ink pads and 20% off of all the dies. So that is a big sale. Over on my Stamp Crazy VIP group, or I have a Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes Facebook business page that's on Facebook, and you can also get information off of there. But I do have this on my Facebook group, a file that has everything listed. It has the page number, the price, and then what the sale price would be for you if you ordered. It has all of the stamp pads, and it has all of the die sets. So if there's stuff in there that you would like to have that you haven't bought yet, that you're just thinking, well, I don't know if I want that yet or not, now's a good time for the savings of that. It is only going to be through November 16th to the 18th, so you only have a couple days to order. So I want you to know that it's a short time frame, but and you might want to get your orders in early in case they run out of something. You know, we have, as demonstrators, we have no control over that. So I wanted to tell you about that and tell you, I'm sure if you've been on YouTube a lot, you've seen Eden's Garden, which is available from November 2nd to January 3rd. And this is actually going to be featured in our new catalog that comes out January 3rd. And but you can get it early. You can get the bundle of the stamps and the dies, or you can get the whole collection, which is $82. or you can get the Eden's Garden. I think it's $58. They got two prices on here, 58 or 52, and I'm not sure which one's which price. So anyway, that's a little confusing to me, but the $82 is to get everything on here, which is the stamps, the dies, the 12 by 12 paper, the 12 by 12 cotton paper, the garden gems, all of that would come. So you have till January 3rd to get that, and then it will actually be in the catalog if you don't pick it up before then. So I wanted to let you know about those couple things. Now, what we're going to be doing today is a card. We're going to actually be doing this card, and let me show it to you. It has a belly band. We're going to slip off, and then it opens like this, and you have a message inside. Your green is all one piece. I saw this card, and I forget where I saw it. It's when it was on somebody's, I think I saw it on a YouTube channel, maybe. But it didn't have any directions to it or measurements. So I kind of made up my own deal with it, and it worked. So this is what I'm doing today. And you just slide that back on, and if you want to write, you can always write on the back of the card. And I did a snow, this is from a stamp set last year. These are both stamp sets from last year except for this saying. I took the little snowmen. These little snowballs, if you can see how they're raised, are actually their little foam pellets that they sell at Christmas time in the Christmas collection stuff at Hobby Lobby. You get the bag of it goes a long way. But anyway, that's what I used. And I used last year's snowflake sequins on it. And you just open this up, and I just stamped on the inside of it. Had some fuzz laying on it, I think. And I just stamped on the inside, and that is that card. So I'm going to show you how to make this fun fold. It's really pretty simple once you figure out the measurements. That was the hard part. Let's just say I went through a lot of, fortunately I used old cardstock stuff I had trying to make a pattern. So, but I got it down pat now, and what I did was I took and made me a template of everything here. The back of my card, the white you see here, is 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is what a standard card is when it's folded up, but you're only using one piece of paper. The green that you see here is 5 1/4 by 8.5, scored at 2 1/4, 6 1/4, and then we mark the center and cut our triangles, and I'll show you how to do that. And then for the inside right here, that DSP you see right here is 4.5 by 1 7/8, and you find the center of that also and cut it. Okay. Whoops. I just had a collision here, and I knew that was going to happen. But knocked my lamp out of the way. Oh my goodness. And then this red DSP is 5 by 3 3/4. So that your card, when put together, it's this on top of that, this in here. These would be shut, and then these are cut and put. So that's basically the card, okay? But I went ahead and cut me out some sample pieces so I could mainly show you guys that and see what we are doing. So I'm going to set this card up here, and we're going to start first. I did not score anything or cut anything because I wanted you to be able to see all of that. So let me get a pencil out here. I'm going to need it once we get started here. I'm going to bring my trimmer in. And I'm going to score this again at 2 1/4 and 6 1/4, which is what it says right here for my score lines, 2 1/4 and 6 1/4. So I'm going to need my arm out. So let's move my cutting blade up. We want that out of the way. 2 1/4 is here. So I'm just going to score that really good. I want to be able to see my score line. Then I'm going to go to 6 1/4, which is right here. And I'm going to score that. And then I am going to bring in my ruler. I'm going to leave this lay right here, but I'm going to open it up so I'll have more room. I can see better with this ruler here, which is a quilting ruler that I bought. And I love it. And I'm going to mark, since this is cut 5 1/4, we need to go to 2 and, well, 5 1/4. Okay, let's do this. See if I marked it right on here. Because I made a mistake on my thing. So I am going to go to 2 and 5/8. That's what I figured it was. And I'm going to mark a little mark there. I'm going to turn it and do the same thing on this side. I'm going to butt that up to hold it straight. And go 2 and 5/8 again. And just put me a pencil line. And then I'm going to bring it into my paper trimmer. And I'm going to line up my score line and then my pencil line into the groove of my paper trimmer. And I'm just going to trim that down. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to line up my score line with where I just trimmed that in my pencil line. And go down. So there we go with that. I'm going to do the same on this side. And I do all of this before I fold my card so that my lines will lay straight. So we are going to line all of that up. So hopefully we have that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my 2 pieces that are going to go on our sides, okay? So I am going to lay these, I think if I lay them right sides together, let me see. No, I don't think I have to do that. On one of my cards I had to do that. I'm going to do them separate. I'm going to mark them at 2 1/8. So let's bring our little ruler back in. And I'm going to mark that at 2 1/8. Which is right here. And then I'm just going to raise that one up and mark this one. Okay, then I'm going to cut them. Actually, this one's going to have to be cut on this side. That's what I thought. I needed to turn it around. So if I turn this one around this way and this one this way, let's see. This one would go here, and I did this the other day, and now I forget how I did it. I was going to do it to cut them both, and I think if I do this, that one will go there. That one will go there. Okay, I think it's like this. We're going to try it and see if I make a mistake, okay? You think I would figure that out, but what I do is line this top corner up with the pencil line. And we're going to do that on the other side. And I'm holding them together to do that. It's been a long day. So let's see if that worked for me. I hope so. Looks like it. Took me a minute, but that's okay. That's why this video is real. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to fold on my score lines. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my piece of 5 by 3 3/4 DSP, and I'm going to adhere that down on my card. I used the Tidings of Christmas DSP, the little 6 by 6 pack. I've been trying to really utilize that and use a lot of it because I am bad about buying DSP and using one piece out of it and then letting it sit. And I have vowed that I am not going to do that this time, so wish me luck. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put our outsides on there. So we're just going to line that up in here. And then we're going to do the same with this one. Now if you didn't have like my Christmas trees actually have an up and down on them, but if you were doing another pattern that didn't have to worry about the pattern, what way it had to go, you wouldn't have to worry about cutting it like I did. I will tell you, I made one and the Christmas trees were sideways and I didn't know till I cut it. It's right here. Whoops. So I just did the tree with it sideways, and it doesn't look that bad. It just, until you really look at it and see it's trees. But I kept it, and I'll do something with it. But I am going to score this because I want these lines scored really, really well. I did not cut my belly band. I forgot it, but we'll come back to that. So let me go get a piece real quick for the belly band. I'll be right back. Did you fall asleep on me? I am back. Sorry about that. For my belly band, we're going to do that real quick. I just kind of centered it and brought my ends over. I didn't score anything. And I just brought those to meet. And this is 1 inch by 9.5 inches. So you can just do that. And then what I did is I took my snail adhesive, because I didn't want the liquid glue trying to do this, so we just did that, and that's our belly band. So we have our circles, and I'm going to stamp on this one. It says Sending Love and Peace this season, and it is out of the Peaceful Deer set. And then the Merry Christmas I'm going to use is out of the Perfectly Plaid set that we had from last year. So let's do, and I'm my saying on here, and I am going to do that in Cherry Cobbler ink. We're just going to put it over to the side right here. There we go. And while we've got that out, we'll go ahead and stamp our Merry Christmas for the inside. So let's straighten that up, see if I can get that a little bit straight. So we'll just, there we go. We got both of that. That's all the stamping we're going to be doing today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto my green. I used my layering circles, and I just did a circle for the size that I'm going to be using, you know, that I thought would fit nice for what I'm doing. You can use any size circles or squares or whatever that you want, but I used the layering circles, and I used how ours comes. There's like a set of larger and a set of smaller together, and out of the larger set I used the next to the largest one, and then I just matched up a scallop that you could barely see the scallop, just to give a little bit of dimension around that. I'm going to go ahead and glue my Merry Christmas onto a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock. That's going to go in the center of my card, so we're going to lay that right there. And that's measures 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then the green is 2 1/2 by 1 1/2. So what we are going to do now, we're going to put our Christmas trees together. And let me reach my punch over here on the other end of my table. I have so much on my table, which means it really needs to be cleaned. I'm using the Christmas tree punch from last year. It's called Pine Tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using a green. I got 2 green trees, plus I have 2 trees out of DSP, and I'll be gluing those together. But what I want is, because I have, if you see, I have little brown trunks on there, I'm going to take, and I'm just going to put that in there to do the, give me a tree trunk. Oops. So I cut 2 of those out. So I wanted to show you how I pieced this together, because I thought it really works good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tree trunk off of the ones that are out of DSP, because we don't need that on there. It just kind of makes it bulky. So we're going to get rid of those. And we are going to glue these trees onto our green tree. So what I did was I just put a little bit of glue in the center of my trees. And I added this tree to go on top, and you can just wiggle it up there. And I glued it to the wrong side, and I knew I would do that, so let's turn it over. It's a good thing we're gluing that down, right? So what I'm going to do, since I already have glue on the back of this, I'm going to glue this down before I put my little tree trunk on it. I'm going to glue it right here. And I'm going to take a tree trunk. Let me see if I got this tree going right. I don't think so. Let me see. The bottom lined up, that's what I was looking at. No, so we're going to do, you got to make sure that the tree punches, they are just off just a tiny bit, so you have to make sure what side you get that on. So I'm going to lay that there for a minute. I'm going to take and cut a tree trunk off of here. And I'm going to do that to both of them so that I have my little tree trunk. Something about I just thought the tree needed a brown trunk. You could leave them green if you really wanted to. I'm having a hard time tonight. Maybe because I'm tired, I don't know. But anyway, there is my tree trunk. And I dropped my other one. So let's just cut out another one. Let me cut that one off. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on here. I'm going to add just a little bit more glue on the back since that started to dry. And I'm going to add that. I don't want to cover up my words. So I'm going to put the tree there, and then I'm going to add my little tree trunk. And it doesn't really take much glue for it. I have fat fingers. Makes me not be able to do this sometimes. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because I don't think we need, I'm going to take the belly band off first because I'm going to put this on the inside. I'm just going to really eyeball that and put that where these points come together, because then it'll hide behind the circle when I close that. So I'm going to put the belly band back on, because I like doing this with the belly band on to make sure I cover up my lines here and get it straight. And I use snail to do this. I just think it holds better. So I make sure I got that really covered. And I'm going to add that right here. Press down really good. And then what I'm going to do is do our holiday jewels. I am going to add a few jewels to my card, and then it's all done. It's real easy once you cut this piece right here and get your triangles cut on your two pieces. It goes together very, very fast. We do have to still glue that on our back, our white backing, but I will do that in just a second. So I'm just going to add me some jewels here on my tree, where my trees are. And there we go with that. Now I'm going to bring in my white piece. And I did use the thick basic white cardstock just because it's a little heavier to hold this down. You know what I did? I glued this wrong. I'm going to take it apart. because I forgot to put, I need that on my back first. So, I thought when I put that on, I thought I must have cut that a little bit longer because I had more room. No. It's because this tired person is doing a video when she probably shouldn't be doing it. But you know what? I am not editing it. I am going to let you see all of my imperfections and what I go through with my card making. It's real, you know. We all have our things. I hope my circle will come back to the center. We shall see. Pretty good. There we go. And there we go. That is our belly band. Actually, this is our belly band, I bet. Nope, this one was. I know where I put my jewels. This one has the green one at the top, and I put the yellow one at the top. I did it right. I did so much wrong, I thought I did that wrong too after This has so many layers to get your belly band going. It can be a little tricky. There we go. There we go. We are good. So there's our card, and here's our belly band for this one. So there's our two cards. They look pretty much alike. Jewels are just in a different place. So that is the card, and like I said, here's the PDF. And you're more than welcome to go over to my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, and pull any of the PDFs off. I did make copies to show you the templates that I made, and that, so you'll be able to see that and how to do it. And I also put that in the directions on how to do it. So anyway, that is our belly band and our card. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.